guys to the Horror Daddies Podcast, where we talk about horror movies.
And the daddy's in them.
Oh, a bunch of daddies. There's only one daddy in this movie, though.
Yes, Adam.
I'm your film daddy, John.
And I'm your horror daddy, Carlos.
And that fucking hurts my throat.
I bet. It's so
Damn.
scratchy. It's like sucking on a dick or something.
Oh, unexperienced in that, but... So what movie did we watch today?
We watched BeetleJuice from 1988. And honestly, I don't know why it took us this long to watch this movie. First of all. Second, love this movie to death, even with its slightly and minor problematic stuff that it has from the 80s, but that is okay.
Yeah, you know,
It's
different
a classic.
time.
Exactly.
And also Tim Burton, I feel like he has a very dark sense of humor. So
my favorite Tim Burton and probably my only favorite Tim Burton.
Whoa, yeah.
Actually, no, he was Batman his too.
Yeah, the Michael Keaton
Never mind.
Batman.
Never mind.
You know
that
what?
one too.
I don't
That's
ever
Catwoman, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah, she woke my gay self up. Like,
That's true.
I wanted
She
to
is an
be her.
icon. She
Like,
is an icon.
rawr.
Every time I go to your room and I see you're just like laying with Bojangles, just like, hey, you know, like
Why you come to see me?
I love Tim Burton. I love his style. I think he's like such an amazing director, just a creator in general.
Mhm.
You know, he was supposed to make a Superman movie with Nicolas Cage.
I think I've heard about that.
Yeah, it didn't go through, but I would love to see that.
Oh, it could be like Batman.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was supposed to be like all crazy. Like the suit looked fucking awesome too. But I just love his style. Like I love all his animation movies. Like I feel like he just knows how to tell a story.
Yeah.
And just the fact that he has such a vision and puts it out there, it's so fucking cool. So yeah, he's definitely one of my top directors.
Okay.
But BeetleJuice, I watched it one time with you. For my first time, like what, last year? Not even.
That's what I tend to do to people if they haven't seen it.
Yeah, I literally was just like, I've heard of it, but I never just sat down and watched it.
So I'm always very shocked when someone tells me they haven't seen Beetlejuice. And it's probably the one, well, other than Jurassic Park, one movie that always shocks me that people haven't seen.
Yeah, it's huge.
To me, it's such a huge movie, and it was always on TV because I grew up without cable. So I either had a VHS, because I don't remember. I either had a VHS or it was either always on TV. One of the two.
Gotcha.
So, and I used to watch this with my grandmother all the time. It was
In Telemundo?
On Telemundo or something. It was a movie that we loved and have a very good memories with her with.
That's awesome.
It didn't scare me. I don't think it's scary.
No.
It might be to some children.
I mean, there's some scenes that definitely like Linda, like them trying to scare the people away.
Lydia.
Or Lydia, fuck. Or not Lydia, it's Barbara.
Yeah.
That she's scaring the people out and everything. It's awesome, but it's
Yeah.
like that. I can see how someone can, but it's like such a minor part of the movie. It's not even that much.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. It's just creative as fuck. Like, I mean, the claymation, like it's so smooth. Like the green screen and everything, the transitions to all that shit is so badass. It's like a world. It like world builds so easily. And I would have loved this as a kid. I feel like I just never watched. I never had the opportunity to watch it.
And it's funny because I love this movie very, very much. And I even showed it to my fiance when we got together like 10 years ago. I was like, you need to watch Beetlejuice because I can't believe you haven't seen Beetlejuice. I told it to everyone, I promise.
You said it twice already, so be careful.
Oh, shit. So with BJ, I love the world and I wish we would have gotten more of it.
Yeah.
Because I love that afterlife world that they built for this movie.
Yeah.
And even the worm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad that we don't have another movie after this movie, or we do have a show, but it's animated.
Yeah,
I kind of want it real life. So I also am known on this podcast to not really like The Nightmare Before Christmas.
You're nothing but a trashy hoe.
I know. I feel like that movie, I just saw it way too late in life and just didn't get into it.
I watched it way too late in life too.
You're a different person than I am, my love. But I love this one, and I wish we would have gotten more of this Beetlejuice world.
I was gonna say, like, this would be such an interesting, like, if they were to remake it, like a way older Beetlejuice, kind of like like maybe like he gets picked, like, you know, he has the ticket. It's like now he gets to like do whatever.
Yeah, now he gets to see the caseworker.
Yeah,
and
that would be kind of interesting. My thing is that back then, Tim Horton, Jesus, Tim Burton had such a name to him that they were just like, just do whatever you want with the movie. And like nowadays it's such a like business where it's like, well, you can't get too crazy and they'll control it. It's like, because I feel like this movie, they will never go far enough for like a sequel
Also,
for this time.
It's kind of, I don't want to say it's kid friendly, but this one has kind of, I mean, it's PG.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is definitely kid friendly. It just has some moments that are pretty creepy.
Yes, and I feel like nowadays people might want it like a little darker than back then.
Because it's like for us, like
because we grew up and. But I would love to, like, maybe Lydia still lives in the house. Now she has her own kids. Her dad or her stepmom just either passed away.
One of them disappears, and then she communicates with him through the upside down.
That, or the kid finds a fucking flyer that says BeetleJuice on it, and
that'd be cool.
Summon him on accident, and I don't know. They could do
a lot with it. It doesn't even have to be like that crazy, honestly.
No.
But just like, the kid says it, and then he's like, "Oh, I made a friend, Mom," and he shows up.
After season 5 of Stranger Things, I want it to be revealed that Joyce is actually Lydia.
That'd be kind of crazy.
And she moves in the house back. She moves back to the house with Will and her other son. I forgot.
Jonathan, I'm right here.
Oh, Jonathan. And they summon BeetleJuice, and that's season 6 of Stranger Things.
They're like, "Whoa, it doesn't end." That'd be so crazy. Oh, I would love them to revisit this. I feel like it's just Michael Keaton's such a great actor too. I feel like he would be down. He's been revisiting stuff.
I think him and Winona were very open to do a sequel to this movie or some type of movie for BeetleJuice. It's just, are we gonna get it?
Yeah.
The director did make a joke once about making BeetleJuice goes Hawaiian, which is not gonna happen.
Jesus.
Sorry. And I don't know. There's always. I've heard years ago there was talks about a sequel, but nothing yet. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's it's unfortunate. I felt like this movie. I like to say that. How did you find out the budget for this?
Oh no, I can look it up like right now.
Because this makes me think that like the budget wasn't that high and there's so much to it.
15 million.
For yeah. It's just like, it makes me think like they probably weren't paying a lot of people that much.
Maybe. They also had a lot of the effects, like all that the world they build.
Yeah, all that claymation is probably so expensive to do. Like those actors, Michael Keaton, this was like this big role, like one of his big roles at the time. Like like this is wild, Michael Keaton, and it's like you would have to have a huge budget to recreate this now. And because they're gonna try and do CGI everything, and if you don't do it really well, it's not gonna look well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so it's one of those that like, it makes me, I want it, but at the same time it's like, do I trust them to bring it?
Yeah, I will say, I think it's funny how his outfit, his iconic black and white striped outfit, it's in the movie for maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was like one little scene, right?
And it became such a staple for him.
Yeah, I'm sure that's actually.
And he's only in the movie for 14 minutes, and he's like the main character.
Yeah, that's true.
It's crazy,
and he shows up so late too.
Yes, I think we first see him like officially
almost an hour,
an hour and 8 minutes into the movie.
Jesus,
because he is shown from reading a newspaper. Well, we don't see him; we hear him, but. I love that his iconic tuxedo became such a thing, and it's only in the movie for 3 minutes. I know the cartoon played on with this; they kept him with that outfit on, but
yeah, because he has like different costumes throughout the movie. He gets the black and white one, and then he has that red wedding outfit
to get married to Lydia.
Yeah, I want. That's interesting, actually.
That one became such a staple for him.
It does give him such a unique look.
It does, and that's why.
Yeah, and I think it's also because the worm is also like the black and white, so it's almost like, oh, it's keeping it connected to the same world.
Yeah, it's like you see black and white stripes with green. It's BeetleJuice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool though. I loved his design. Like, I just love that the hair, he looks like really fucking like old and decomposed almost.
Yes.
So cool, and his hair is all slicked back.
Because I think his thing is supposed to be that he's been through a lot in time. Like he's been dead forever, so he's decaying.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. That's fucking awesome. I will say that meme with like that he looks like Pete Davidson. It's so funny because it's so true. Like I would totally love to see Pete Davidson do like if they do a flashback of Pete, like him living and it's Pete Davidson. I would lose it. That would be so fucking funny.
Young BeetleJuice is Pete Davidson.
I look like I fuck. Like
we still haven't seen Bodies, but that's from the trailer.
Yeah, no. Soon.
Yeah, I love it. And then Barbara and Adam, which is Alec Baldwin and oh my god, her name, I forgot her name and I should know this. Gina Davis, yes. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say something else for some reason. They do such an amazing job in this movie.
I fucking love them.
And Alec Baldwin looks really hot. I've never found him like that until this watch, and I was like, what is happening to me? Am I
no,
it's the older man hitting different.
My thing is, I've always heard like, oh, Alec Baldwin was always the handsome guy and everything, and I'm like he's not an attractive older man. It's just that I've never seen him young like this, and when I saw the movie the first time, I didn't even put it together that it was Alec Baldwin. Yeah, and I was like when I read that, I was like, wait, what the fuck? And I saw it, and I'm like, dude, that guy's like extremely handsome. Like, he has like super bright
blue eyes, and they're beautiful.
And I'm like, whoa, like,
and the shirt. And he just, not the monster. I mean, even the monster, maybe. I don't know how I'm feeling.
I mean, look at, he can really put those hands in there.
With them eyes, he can see.
But it's like, Barbara, you're very beautiful. Like,
she's so fucking beautiful.
But, but I mean, Alec Baldwin was on a different level. Like, it was like, whoa, that's so weird. And I get it now. It's like, oh, I see why he gets that reputation.
Yeah, and then Catherine O'Hara playing like this dramatic autiste.
Oh,
and I love her character too.
She's gorgeous too. And is she supposed to be like emo-ish?
I don't know. And it's funny because like, it's not until a few years ago that I realized that I was like, oh my God, that's Kevin's mom.
I think we watched a little bit of it, and I was like, "Wait, that's Kevin's mom, right?"
And I didn't know that was her in Schitt's Creek because she just looks so different now.
Yeah, she looks. Yeah, she doesn't look like the same person.
And I'm not saying that I found that out today. I knew that, but I'm saying like years ago. That's when I was like, "Oh shit, she's in Schitt's Creek too." And then Jeffrey Jones is like the dad is just like, I just want to sell the cow, and live in my house in my office and leave me the hell alone and watch birds.
Yeah, I love that. Like the wife is like all like hysterical about like expressing herself and everything, and he's just like, oh, fuck, like he just deals with it. It reminds me of the dad from Hereditary, where like he's like just like minding his own business, and like he always gets fucked. Like I fucking love that. It's so
and then
funny.
then Otho, her best friend, who, come on y'all, he's one of me, he's one of us, he's one of us. I love Otho.
He's not an ally, he is a soldier.
Yeah. Played by Glenn Shaddix. I love his character.
He's great.
He's kind of annoying, but it's like he's like the gay best friend who's also an autiste. And home decoration.
He's super judgmental about everything. I fucking love it. Rest in peace. I mean, he was great in this movie.
And then Winona Ryder obviously as Lydia, the goth girl.
She's adorable.
Yeah.
She's and the weird thing is that like she still has that face, like Winona Ryder age, but her face stayed the same. Mm-hmm. And I just see like, you know, her now in Stranger Things. Yeah. Yeah. How do they work? And she's like, she's just so adorable. And I love her like hair. Like she did the chonga like strands.
Yep.
And like her outfits are all so fucking outrageous, and I love it. It's so great. If I ever unfortunately have a daughter, they better like be like Winona, where they're like, I'm gonna just be creative as fuck and just do whatever.
I'm here for that. It was written by Michael McDowell, who's worked with Tim Burton before. He's on The Nightmare Before Christmas. He's done stuff for Tales from the Crypt, which is another show I used to watch. And then that's everyone in the movie, character wise, writer, director. The budget was $15 million. It grossed around $74 million worldwide. I'm still sad it didn't get a sequel, but I get it. Tim Burton's also responsible for Edward Scissorhands, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I've only seen that movie once, and it scared me.
It's a freaky movie. It scared me as a kid too.
And I don't think the whole movie. I think Edward just in general scared me. Because I do remember the scene, and I don't know why we're talking about Edward now, but where he had a yard full of bushes that were shaped in different animals. Am I correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. But I remember the whole hand thing. I was like, oh no.
No, I think it was a design for me. He just looks so uncomfortable because he's like supposed to be. So it's like he's like all like crazy.
I need to rewatch that movie.
I need to watch.
I've only seen it once, and I was super young when I saw it.
I need to watch Sweeney Todd because I haven't. I know that's like a musical thing, and that's what people think that the new Joker movie is gonna be because it's very like it's like a dark comedy musical kind of.
Never seen that.
So,
either.
but yeah, I love Tim Horton. I mean, it just not Tim Horton. Damn it, that's a copy place. Sorry,
Burton.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
But yeah, I love his work. So,
Yeah.
is there like an origin story for this? Like, how did you just find this out? Like, you just watched it and you were like,
BeetleJuice?
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like every movie that I talk with my mom. Not my mom. This was probably my grandmother's job, where it was probably on TV
And just watch it with your grandma.
Yep, just caught it on TV or something and just watched it and loved it ever since. And I watched this a lot as a kid because I can remember it.
Yeah, I mean,
Not as much as an adult as I would like to because I never have time for anything. But as a kid,
that's Jurassic Park.
Lot. Exactly. If I have time for a movie, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's completely fair.
Yeah. But
yeah, I mean, we've been pretty much talking about the movie already, but
I know we can just keep talking.
Yeah,
so,
that's fine.
The opening scene is really funny
Mm-hmm.
because they go to town to go get stuff from their store, and it's his store. It's not that he's walking in and stealing.
But okay, we gotta say that how cute of a couple they are.
They're very cute together.
Like, it makes me want to throw up.
They're having a stay vacation,
Which is like,
which honestly is a dream come true to just stay home and do nothing.
yeah, or just
for
like
2 weeks,
or just like clean around the house, like just do shit that you don't have time for.
exactly. Catch up on all the movies, rewatch everything you want to rewatch. Because honestly, adulting fucking sucks. And her sister is very rude. She's trying to sell the house from them because
I fucking hate her.
Yeah, it's kind of revealed that Barbara can't have kids,
Yeah, like they don't say it,
but they allude to it.
Yeah, because she goes, "Oh well, this is a big house for for a family," and she looks at her, and Barbara kind of like looks,
Yeah.
and I just closes the door, which I would have been like, "Bitch, mind your own fucking business." Like, damn.
I don't like her sister. Her sister should have been the one to die, but they do go to town. But when they're driving back, they almost hit a dog, and they end up crashing through a bridge, and that's when they die.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they died by drowning because I don't think that fall would have killed them. I think they just couldn't get out the car.
Yeah, I mean, I do love the setup for this because that's a gruesome death, like just drowning.
But it's cartoonish.
Yeah, but I love that the dog was the factor.
Yeah.
Like he's just standing on the which he wouldn't have hold up that fucking car. Let's be honest.
That and the dog would have freaked out from the car hitting it. The dog would have been gone.
But he's chilling. This dog is a psychopath, and he just jumps out. Like I love that. It's such a funny setup.
And then when they come back home, the fireplace kind of turns on by itself. So it's kind of like, oh, they died.
Yeah,
and they also come wet. But as a kid, I didn't realize that they had died. I kind of just thought that they just came home.
Because it's not like your typical, like, I think we've always seen, like, oh, they're like ghosts, like translucent a little bit. But no, this one's, they're just people because they're in there. My thing is, like, they don't remember. I just realized, but
they don't remember how they
got back to the house.
They just know that they got back to the house, and they don't remember how.
Yeah, so I'm like, how is it that? So I wonder what's the lore of like where you stay.
So from my understanding, the way you die is the way you stay, which they were supposed to be wet for the whole movie because technically they died in water.
That would have been fucking cool.
But
I would have loved that.
Being wet all day is uncomfortable.
I
try to be in wet in jeans all day wet.
I know, but in Top Gun, everyone was fucking sweaty as hell.
This is in Top Gun. I don't know. I guess, do you go home when you die?
That's my thing. I'm like, is it because they spend a lot of time at home? Because then they make a comment that they're like, well, thank God you weren't in Italy when you died. And I'm like, so they would have just stayed in Italy, or what is happening? Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's not important.
It doesn't matter,
I'm curious. Like,
but they end up back at their house, which and then they don't know they're dead. They're kind of just hanging out, and then her fingers turn on fire. When he starts having the realization, he goes outside, and this is when we kind of see the sandworm. But then he's only outside for 5 seconds, and in her time when she's in the house, it's been 2 hours. So time plays differently out in the dead world.
Yeah, that's true. And we get later like how time passes. But I do love when they step out and they're in the claymation world or whatever. It reminds me there used to be an old like PC game, old game called Neverland. And the whole game was like claymation.
Okay.
It was so, and every time I watch that scene, I'm like, oh, so cool. It just reminds me of that because it's so crazy how like with just random art, like they just created this giant world, and then the snake coming in, like
I love the snake.
so smooth.
It reminds me of Tremors.
Oh,
I might have seen
that.
Tremors before BeetleJuice. Maybe that's
and then
why.
that's where you do the connection. Yeah, it's so cool. It's such a creative design too. Like it's just so clever. I love it, and it's so smooth as well.
Love that it's like it has two mouths. It comes out also like Aliens.
Yeah,
like with the thing. Lots of movies I watched as a kid, y'all. Lots of movies. So yeah, I do like that. And then they get the book, and they also do the whole mirror thing when they don't have a reflection. It's really cool. And then,
actually he does have a reflection because if you look at it closely,
really
I know. I just love it. I always like finding mistakes in old movies because it's like there's a reflection there.
That's true,
I saw him.
True.
He's half dead.
That's true. By the way, my friend Zach, because I know you're listening. You listen to every episode.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
I love you.
Brainbuster Video. I need a VHS of BeetleJuice. It's missing in my life. So let me know. Hit me up, and I will pay money. So, anyways, back to the movie. And then they end up they're getting very frustrated with not figuring because they're bored. Time has passed. They're bored. Their funeral happened. Yeah. I do like that he's with his because he has a miniature in his attic that he's playing with the funeral. Like, I don't think I should have been set here. It's really funny. Yeah,
they have such a sense of humor with each other.
But it's kind of like the miniatures doing what is happening out in the town, which is kind of weird. That I don't know if he's the one doing it or if it's doing it itself and he's seeing it.
That would be interesting. I was wondering if like there was already a funeral happening when he was building it, so then he like put it because that's what's happening now.
Yeah.
So then now he's like well, this already happened, so let me put it over here. So it's really funny. Like
I also love when they go into the miniature. Like I love that world too.
It very creative. Like fuck, man. Tim Burton needs to make more movies.
This movie is a 5 out of 5, y'all.
Oh yeah, already 5 out of 5.
Yep. Shit, I'm early. Sorry, y'all. And then obviously time has passed. The sister ended up selling the house. This is when we meet the family, which is Lydia, her dad Charles, and her stepmother. It's not her mom. What was her name again?
Her name. Is it Jane? No.
Delia.
Delia. Oh wait, why is Jane top billed? Oh fuck.
Delia. I was thinking. I don't know why I was thinking. Julia. Is she Julia in another show? It's Delia. Yeah, Delia. And Otho, which is the best friend, and she don't like the house. She's from New York and from the city, and she's an autiste, and she wanted to stay there.
Yeah, because it's very suburban, like woods everywhere, and she's like, "How can I express myself? I'm gonna die here."
Yeah, and she has to build her sculptures, which she gets reputation that her sculptures are super ugly. But she has one that I fucking love and I want it, which is the one with the cube at the bottom and it comes up and it's like all these like spikes and then and towards the end of the movie it walks like a dog. And I love that sculpture. So if anyone knows how to make one for a very decent price, let me know.
$10 right now. Yeah, no, my favorite was the block with the ball and he's like dragging himself.
Like vines, yeah.
That was really cool.
So don't judge her sculptures. I fucks with them.
Yeah, I fucks with them. And that'd be cool in the back.
Yeah. And she don't like it. So her and Otho are walking around trying to see where they can redecorate. And this is when Barbara and Adam are like, oh no, we got to scare them. But it's not working. And I do love, my favorite one of those scares is the closet one. Where she rips her face off and screams and they're just
her eyes bulge out.
Yep. And I love that they move it too. Like they don't see it. It's not there, but they.
I just love that they go, oh, this is such a tiny closet. It's like, what the fuck? I love that shit.
It's so funny. And then they look at their wedding dress, which does come back later. I guess that's why they threw it there. And they're like, hideous.
And then they go, what was it? They go into an office, I guess?
They go to Charles's office where he's like, you can redecorate the whole motherfucking house, but you ain't touching my office.
Yeah.
I get it.
No, man cannot. Yeah, I love it.
That's where he's going to be doing his bird watching.
And I love the scene. It's like she looking like camp, sleepaway camp.
Yeah.
Like holding Alec Baldwin's head with a knife,
and he's on the floor, headless.
And I love that they're just walking past them, and she's like, "Fuck, I'm gonna get them one day."
Doing scenes like that must be really hard. Because I can't just ignore someone that's in the scene or in the room with me. I'm an actor myself.
Yeah.
And like, it's super, super hard. Like, just like you're looking, but you're pretending you're looking past them. Like, it's crazy.
It's, man, I always say, like, I always think that's really difficult. And when you have to act as a character, because it's like you can't make them look like as a good actor. So you have to act bad.
Like in Barry.
Yeah, exactly. But it's so fun. Like, it's so difficult to do that. There's one scene, I think it happens now, where like she puts the head back down, Alec Baldwin, or what's his name?
Oh yeah,
Adam's head.
It's Adam's head, but then because they're going up to the attic to see what's up in the attic, what they can do with it.
Yeah,
and he gets up headless, which is really cool, and runs past them, and they're like, "What was that?
Did you feel something?"
Yeah.
It's so great. But then I love that he puts his head back, but Charles is reading the newspaper there. And I'm like, such a weird thing to be filming. Like, you're just reading, and then they're just over here, a motherfucker without a head.
But that's what I'm saying, because then Barbara goes over to him and like puts her hand in front of him, and he keeps reading and doesn't flinch.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's really good acting. I don't know. I'm an actor, but
only one take.
But I don't know Hollywood like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Delia, but an actor. I can act a good scene. I can dub too in Spanish. Mi español es muy bueno.
Wow, damn.
You know I speak Spanish.
I know.
Okay, gracias.
I do love that Lydia, she's like, Delia can live here. And then she looks at a spider. I can. It's like, love her. She's great.
She says some lines that I'm like, this girl is dark, but we could be friends.
she's mad cool.
Yeah. Then there's when she's outside taking photographs, and then they're moving in, and Delia gets stuck with the sculpture. And it's really funny because she's like, my sculptures.
And there's one flying, the one that you like, it's like flying in the sky.
And it hits her, and she gets stuck by. She's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die by my sculptures. And then Lydia, this is when she catches them.
Oh yes,
she sees them in the attic.
Yeah, because one of the rules that they read, because this what's Barbara's sister showed up to, like, I guess mourn,
to give the keys.
Yeah,
that can open every door.
So,
but you know that her sister's like, God, finally, this bitch died and I sold the house. That's all I wanted.
She fucking greedy ass bitch.
We're her ugly Village of the Damn looking child.
She looking like a Mulaney from Halloween Kills.
Evil dies tonight.
But one of the rules that they established, because Adam tries to get her attention, is that the living tends to ignore the dead.
Yes.
It's weirdly specific, because it says that some of them can see them. So it is established that Lydia can see them.
Yep.
And does she immediately go upstairs here? I can't remember.
Yeah, she tries to open the door, but they don't let it happen.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention that we also, right before this is when Barbara kind of has like a meltdown, and she tries to leave the house, and we see the sandworm for sure this time, and she punches it too. She ain't scared.
Hell no.
I was about to say,
Barbara is a badass bitch.
But yeah, she's trying to open the door, but they're not letting it. This is when they see the BeetleJuice commercial.
Oh yes.
Oh, you can summon me, and I can help you get rid of whatever you need. Exorcism, a haunting, what's the opposite of exorcism? Anyway,
a possession.
He's like, he could do it all. That's what BeetleJuice is there for.
That's a good salesman.
So, but then Barbara wants to try the BeetleJuice, but then Adam is like, no, let's actually
just figure
read
it
the
out.
book. We gotta figure this out. So this when he does the chalk door.
Yeah, because it says draw a door.
Yeah, which is really funny, because you're like, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, I love that. Did you? Okay, so when you were younger, did you ever watch a show called Shock Zone?
Doesn't ring a bell.
It's a Nickelodeon show. I used to love this fucking show.
Oh my god. Chalk Zone. Yeah, he'd go on the board and then go into the world.
Yep.
Yeah. Before school.
Oh my god, I fucking love that show.
It was on in the mornings every single time.
For y'all that don't know, it was this kid with the magical chalk.
I thought you said Shock Zone.
Oh,
like,
no, chalk.
Like Static Shock, and I was like, no. Chalk Zone.
Chalk.
Yeah.
Like the thing that you draw with. If y'all don't know, it's this kid that finds a magical chalk, and everything he draws comes to life. And then there's a world that he goes to that everything's made out of chalk, and he has a sidekick and whatever. And I saw that, and I was like, whoa, like that's such a cool, like I would love to see that.
You opened a memory of, I used to watch that as a kid.
It's just every time I ask someone, they never know, and I'm like,
baby,
bro,
I got you.
Thank you.
Even
That's
why you didn't watch BeetleJuice when I met you.
Yeah, I know. But that's why we have a podcast.
Yeah, that's true. To make you watch movies. So, which next week I'm letting you pick. I will give you the list.
Ooh, okay.
So they go through the door. This is when we get introduced to this world of the dead, which is really
purgatory?
fucking cool. I guess because
Right?
they go into an office where they have to wait for their turn in line, and you see all like these people. One guy was killed by a shark, but he also killed the shark, so the shark's there with him.
And it's on his leg.
Yeah, there's a guy that's burnt from smoking.
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
he lit on fire by smoking.
There's a girl that's completely cut in half.
Which she was probably a magician's.
Yes.
She's a magician's.
Oh my god.
Psychic, and I think he actually cut her.
That's
half.
funny.
Yeah.
I honestly thought she was like a sex worker and she got murdered, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy.
Wow.
But no, that makes way more sense now.
And then there's a guy with a small head, and you're just like, why is it small?
Yeah, him. I was like, I'm thinking like, oh, I see the rope on his neck, so I was like, oh, it's like a really cartoony way of saying that he like choked to death.
Which he
or
did, but then we
got
find
hung.
out why his head is probably small,
Yeah.
which is really funny. There's a couple of there's one guy that choked on a steak or something. It's like on his.
You see
like,
the bone.
Which that one's really cartoonish because in the cartoons, that's yeah.
And then there's one guy that's just like green, like his
Yeah.
head is green, and so I'm thinking maybe poison.
I'm gonna go with poison.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And then they're waiting there. They have to wait their turn. But she kind of's like, did you read the handbook? Because we can only help you a certain amount of times, and that's it. And it's like
They have like 90 days of sickness, right?
something like that. But they have to wait 125 years for their appointment. Like they have to learn how to be dead.
Dead, yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah, because I love
that's
this.
what the
Like,
handbook is for.
it's like did you make an appointment? He goes like, what? I didn't know we had to make one. It's like, I love that she has that attitude, that like customer service attitude. She's over it.
There is a joke here that doesn't age well at all.
No.
Where they're all kind of talking about how they died, and then she's like, yeah, and I took my own life, and shows her wrist, and I was like, ooh, forgot about this joke.
Yeah.
But then they go, they get called in, and there's this guy that's flattened because he was flying by like a truck or something, which is really funny. He's like, how do I look today? There's no mirrors down here. And he's like, I'm flat.
And he just leaves, and then there's a hole specifically for him.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? It's so great.
But they go through this hallway, which is really cool. It's like black and white, and it's like, it looks very patterny, and I really like it. They see they open a door, which is like the lost souls.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like souls that get exorcised from exorcisms, and then they go through their house. Well, we don't know. They go through a door, and it's like all of Delia's statues, and this house looks really weird. Mind you, they've only been in the waiting room for maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
3 months pass in the real world.
Because they're like, what the fuck? And it's really cool because this is where we meet, what was her name?
caseworkers'
The
name?
caseworkers.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was her name again? I forgot.
Don't ask me. I forgot her name too.
She had like a very specific name. Oh, fuck.
You know, with her, I've
Juno.
never noticed
Juno.
I've never noticed until this day, because to me, she's always looked like she just passed by old age. Maybe
Yeah.
like now watching it today, where Frankie pointed out she has a slit in her throat, and I've never noticed that before.
And it like freaked him out because it's like you see smoke coming out
She's
of
smoking.
it. And I was like, oh my, like that's really clever.
So she either
I think she got murdered.
by slice of an egg, or you know how they do the thing for the sacred head, the Strickia, they try to make her breathe, and maybe she passed away like that.
Maybe.
But
Yeah, and she covers it because she also has like a high collar, like the really old timey high collared stuff. But this is where, what is it that she explains?
she's trying to tell them, like, you need to start simple. You can't just start by pulling your face off and cutting your head off to try to scare them. You kind of have to start like simple ghost stuff.
Oh, that's right, because they learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is when Barbara's like, oh, can I call and she stops her. It's like, don't ever contact him. He's bad news. Don't do it.
And she's like, well, maybe we need his help. And they're like, no.
No.
And Adam tells them, like, let's
pervert.
just give it a shot.
So we get the sheet ghost.
Yeah, the sheet. I love it. Anytime there's sheet ghost, I love it. Yeah. It's such a cool gimmick.
Spare Halloween, I'm gonna tell you this now, and I'm telling you on the record, because if you don't do it, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. And I already told Frank to. Not that I'm gonna slap him, but there's we went to Spare and it wasn't there today. There's it's like a wall decor, but it's like thick like this, and it's the sheet ghost picture, and at the bottom it says no feet. Oh. So if you're ever not with me and you see it, just get it.
Okay, got it. Not with you. Let me practice. I'm walking. Okay. Oh shit. Carlos would like it. Yeah, he's gonna like this, and I'm gonna go buy it.
Okay,
that's good.
Because last time he saw something, he thought I had it, and I was like, I didn't have it. He could have just bought it.
Because I went to Target, I saw a shirt.
We don't gotta tell the story.
We're gonna tell the story. I'm gonna tell my part. I saw a shirt, his size, and I was like, oh, I think Carlos would like this. But then I saw, it's a Jurassic Park shirt. He definitely has it. I've seen something similar, so I took a picture, sent it to him. He was asleep already. Then we went the next day. Gone, disappeared, and never again returned.
I got the shirt online, so it's fine. But
it was a happy ending.
It was, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so, but before they turn into the sheet ghost, we keep getting quick scenes of BeetleJuice through the movie before we get introduced to him, where there's a fly that falls into the miniature, and he kind of calls it with a fucking bar of candy, and he eats it, which is supposed to be a reference to The Fly. Because Gina Davis was in the movie.
Oh, okay.
And she's in The Fly with Jeff Goldblum.
Gotcha.
That's what it's supposed
cool.
to be a reference for. BeetleJuice eats the fly.
Yeah, and I do love that whenever we go to see BeetleJuice, the ground changes. It's that fake grass.
It's plastic fake, and there's cardboard underneath it.
So fucking
It's really
cool.
good. But with the sheet ghost, they're trying to scare Charles and Delia out of the house. Charles thinks
and they hear them.
They hear them. They can hear them and see the sheet.
Yeah.
But then Charles just thinks it's Lydia playing her games because she's, dark and gothic. And then Delia's sleeping, and she's literally me. When I'm sleeping, that scene where she gets up to turn off the TV, that's me when it gets too loud and I'm asleep.
Yeah, her makeup's all fucked up. She's like, back to sleep. Yeah. Oh, love it. But then Adam says the moaning is what's scary. So moan, and then they're like, ooh.
And Lydia thinks her parents are having sex, which is really funny.
I love that she I'm a kid, bro.
Keep it down.
I love that.
Who fucks like that?
Yeah, it's not it's not.
It's like who's like oh.
That's when you have it's all the spooky people that
spooky sex.
Spooky sex. That's what they call it.
So if it hurts, no, but she comes out and starts taking pictures of them, and she's like, "You guys are perverts. I'm a kid."
Yeah, and she's taking pictures you gotta keep. What if those were your parents naked?
OnlyFans back in the 80s.
Have your 16-year-old daughter take pictures of you.
Oh God, ew, no.
Exactly.
Sorry.
But then she notices that there's no feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. So clever. Such a little detail. And also that they float around. They're not walking.
They're technically floating, but to them they're walking. To us, to her,
no. Okay, when you walk, they go up and down a little bit. They're gliding through the.
Oh, I've never noticed.
That's why I was like, oh, they're gliding. That's so cool because it's they don't have feet.
Wait, as the sheet goes, right?
Yeah, as the sheet goes. Yeah, as the sheet goes. They're
when they're regular, they're walking.
And I love that. I was such a little, they didn't have to add that.
Nope.
But they just did it. And it's
I love
so
that
cool.
She's like, how do you look under there? Are you like Night of the Living Dead?
Oh, yeah. They're like, living through the what? And
yeah,
it's
there's
a
references
movie.
to a couple movies in here. It's really fun.
She's cool as fuck, man.
Yeah.
She's cool.
We fucks with Lydia.
Wait, what?
As friends.
I know.
But this is when she kind of friends them. They show her the attic, the miniature town, and they're like we gotta scare your parents out of here. Nothing against you.
Yeah, Olivia, you cool,
out.
But them, your mama's crazy as hell.
They gotta go.
Your mama,
you're nothing but a trashy hoe.
I mean, yeah. So
that's just Adam and Barbara just venting.
So Lydia does explain to them that she's read the whole book.
Oh yeah,
And
I love it.
The book actually says that only weird and unusual people can see ghosts, and she's like, I'm weird and unusual.
Yeah, which then I'm like, the mom is weird and unusual too, because I think it's like,
But I don't think she believes in the dead. That's the
I
thing.
see.
What
Yeah,
Lydia does.
yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's true.
She's just weird because she's an autist.
Oh, it's just yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And you can tell that she's more artist, because I always thought the mom was gothic, but then it's like, oh, she's probably gothic, but like became an artist.
She has like dark art.
Yeah,
Because her sculptures are really fucking weird.
yeah, like they're like, I would
them.
consider it horror.
Yeah.
And then but she's
Even the
definitely exactly.
Like after she's done with it, it's very like
it
creepy.
looks like very like modern cathedral.
Castle, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, she lets them know that she read the book. She tries to show Delia the pictures, but Delia doesn't believe the pictures are real. This is when they go back upstairs, and this is when they end up. Barbara and Adam end up in the miniature, and they meet BeetleJuice for the first time.
Yeah, so they unbury.
Yeah, because he has his tombstone pointing down, which his tombstone is really cool because it's like
it's
demons
and it's like a neon sign.
yeah, Beetlejuice is down here.
And I just love that throughout the movie, he's always trying to get them to like watch it. In the commercial, his name flashes 3 times.
Yep.
And it's so good.
And the flyers 3 times. It's like, say it.
It is. I love that it's also not BeetleJuice. It's like
It's supposed to be the actual
BeetleGuice.
Yeah, but for us people to make it easier, they put it as BeetleJuice.
Which I do have a theory, which I was telling you right before the show, is that I think Adam is dyslexic.
Okay.
Because he reads that BeetleGuice, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he grabs is it the journal or the handbook? The handbook of the disease.
Yeah.
He says handbook of the disease, and she goes deceased.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, sorry.
He
And
might be.
so I think he reads it wrong, and I'm just in my mind seeing Beetlejuice being like, oh my god, this idiot can't even read.
But that's why he makes it simple for Lydia later.
Yeah.
Like, this?
It's
and
juice. So good.
But yeah, this is when we get that, and Beetlejuice is over the top. He's really perverted. He's fucking with them, and it's a really funny scene. He's like, I could be scary, and they don't show us, but then he opens his jacket,
And it's like
all these
legs,
things
like the
coming
thing,
out. Yeah,
like all crazy.
and he's just fucking with. And then they're like, you know what? No, thank you. We're leaving. You have a good day, sir. And they leave. And he's like, oh, come. We can have Italian down in his grave.
Hell no, who's gonna fuck you over?
And then he turns around and is like,
Where'd
you
he go?
losers.
Oh yeah. Fucking love it. Michael Keaton really kills it though.
He does.
Like it's so weird.
I
seeing
never
him.
knew it was him.
Yeah.
I mean, now I know, obviously, but like as a kid, I didn't know who this. I didn't say. I was like,
Oh, that's Batman.
This is Batman. Nope, didn't know.
And like it makes me think like he could have played Joker in that movie too,
Maybe,
because he has such full range. Because he goes from such a serious character like Bruce Wayne, and then like goofy as fuck, like super animated.
Yep.
Like Beetlejuice, like it's so weird, like that's so different, and he fucking eats it up, like he kills it.
We need a Michael Keaton cinematic universe where he plays all his characters.
He's like a Eddie Murphy,
Yeah.
like he just is everything.
But this is when we find out if you say home 3 times, they end up back in their house and they get out of the miniature, and we get them. I feel like the most iconic scene in this movie where it's the dinner scene with the
8 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. Boop. Isn't that a Little Wayne song?
Oh no,
No, he sampled it.
Oh, I was like, what?
Excuse me, my charisma. You never heard that song before?
Maybe. Yeah.
It was a big song. It's
Okay.
fine, but not a Lil Wayne song. But yeah, this scene is super iconic.
Yeah.
I think I love that everyone's dancing and grooving,
But they're confused about what's happening.
but their whole face is like
and they're
not.
still singing too, but they're like, "Here I come,
But I love it. My thing is that it's like the Asian lady. She's I guess one of the artists. I guess.
Yeah.
She is grooving and she is loving it. Everyone's confused as fuck, but she is like, nah, bitch, I'm getting down. I would like to think she's not actually possessed.
Yeah, I love this scene as a kid. This scene is so fun, and they're just dancing, and then the shrimp hands come out of the fucking bowls, and it's just so funny.
Yeah,
That's
and I love that.
really creepy though. The
Oh yeah,
hands look.
they look creepy.
Yeah,
and the fingers are like
they're shrimp.
Oh, so weird.
And they just push everyone back, and it's like. Y'all could have murdered some people.
Yeah.
But it's Barb and Adam doing their haunting, and they're like, "Oh, we got them. We scared them," and everyone's fucking impressed. And I'm like, "Wow, I would have ran out."
Oh yeah. like hands, sure, pants came out like that. No, I do love that nobody questions that Delia is like singing with like a man's voice.
Well,
Like I'm like, what?
that's funny because at first everyone's like, "What are you doing?" And the husband's like, "How are you doing that?" He looks under the table to see there's a radio.
Oh yeah.
He does.
He just looks.
And then that's when he starts getting control. And he's like, I just love it. It's such a good scene, such good acting.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't work.
Yeah.
They all want to see the ghost now, and Lydia's like, I don't know if they want to see y'all though.
Yeah, Lydia, I guess, tells them like,
Mhm.
oh, because Lydia has been trying to convince them that there is a ghost the whole
Yes,
time.
Yes.
So
yes.
then she's like, go talk to them, bring him back down, and she
Yeah.
comes back down. And it's like, oh no, they don't want to see you
Which then they get mad and they call,
because it's like, oh, she's crazy.
yeah, she's crazy. She's making this up. Delia, you a flake. Your art sucks. And they leave. I was
Boom.
like, God damn.
Roasted.
Yeah.
It's like, that was like very drastic change.
Yeah.
Like she was so happy to
Yup.
you a piece of shit.
But this is when everyone decides to go up into the attic.
Mhm.
They find the miniature, but they don't find Adam and Barbara. Otho finds the book and takes it. Sneaky Otho. I see you.
Bless you.
Thank you. Then when they come back downstairs, this is when we get another. I feel like another iconic scene in this movie: the BeetleJuice snake.
Yeah.
Which is honestly probably the scariest thing in this movie
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like, because
because it's pretty demonic looking.
yeah, I can see that.
Mhm.
And I maybe this is the part where people go like, yeah, my kids can't watch this
Yeah.
because it definitely has a change in tone.
Mm-hmm. And it's really good though because it's like she's walking and all of a sudden you see that the stairwell starts turning really scaly and bigger, and then it's revealed that it's Beetlejuice as his name because it's like y'all couldn't scare them. Watch me do it.
I wonder if it's an Evil Dead reference because it looks just like the Henrietta head.
It does.
It looks exactly like
no
it.
Evil Dead, yeah.
It's so weird. But yeah, it's very iconic too. I love the design too. It's
Yep.
so good because he doesn't look. It's not just Michael Keaton's head. It's like this cartoon version of it. It's so cool.
It's like claymation. And he throws the dad down the stairs. It's really funny. Scares Delia into the room, and Ortho tries to run away. Lydia gets really mad here and thinks it's Barbara and Adam's doing, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And she makes him stop. But Barbara gets rid of Beetlejuice here
Yeah.
because she says his name 3 times. So you get rid of him by saying his name 3 times, and you summon him by getting his name 3
Yeah.
times. Which we probably said it so much.
Oh yeah,
he's been
he's
in and
listening. He's listening right
Yeah,
now.
he's been in and out. We got Jackson in the waiting room waiting to get attended.
How did Jackson die? I think he.
Good question. I don't know.
We'll leave a comment down below
and let us know how our skeleton Jackson has passed into the afterlife.
because he looks good because he has that Horror Daddies merch that you can get down below.
Yeah, he does. So
That was a good segue. Damn.
thanks. Barbara and Adam kind of come to reprimand Beetlejuice, but he ain't listening. He's talking about wanting Lydia, which I get it. It's problematic because she's only like 15, and he's like 600 years old. But
Because my thing at first I saw it like because he's like, oh, well, I have to get married, so whatever. Like it's like he doesn't care, but he's just you believe me, so
Yeah.
let me marry you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I guess there's nothing happening. It's just he's doing it just to take advantage of like coming back to
Yes.
life. But then he's like, oh, you want me, baby, and I'm like, oh god, so weird. Isn't this based on a book or something? Or in the original script had him? It was like a lot darker.
Oh yeah, so the original script was a very much darker thing between Beetlejuice and Lydia, and I'm glad they didn't go with it.
Yeah, that would have been
The movie
super
probably wouldn't
weird.
have aged too well.
No,
But this is when they're reprimanding him. He gets distracted by what they call in the movie W house, which a strip club, I'll say. And Barbara's like, Adam, how can you build that? And it's like the caseworker comes out. Juno's like, I did it because I told y'all not to summon him. And what did y'all do? But that will keep him distracted for a while.
That's so funny.
'Cause he's
That's how to
fucking-
get him.
Yeah, because he's fucking perverted. Cut to Lydia writing a fucking suicide note.
Oh, Jesus.
That's another pretty like.
It's
okay.
because it's very dark humor,
Yeah.
and it's already talking about death, and it's like we can't ignore that. That's
Yeah.
a way that people
But
go.
it's. I love that she's like writing it, and she's like, doesn't sound dramatic, and then writes plummeted. And it makes it more dramatic, and I was like,
So
oh god,
crazy.
yeah. And then Barbara and Adam end up back into go see the case. We come back to them, and she tells them, "I need you to just regularly haunt them and just scare them off. Nothing crazy. Don't summon you know who." And this is when we get their iconic monsters, which is like him looking like this with the eyes in the hand, and then fucking Barbara with her fucking
She like
head
opens
wide
her
open.
mouth and her eyes are in her tongue or whatever.
I've always loved these designs.
My
Always
thing
loved
is,
them.
how the fuck did he come up with those designs? Like those are crazy ass design. That motherfucker was high as hell when he
Adam
made
always
them.
reminded me of a rooster.
Yeah, I can
with
think
the
of.
head and and my thing is, Adam, baby, does it hurt when you get something in your hands? And did you notice that in one scene he's trying to look at Barbara, so he picks up his glasses with two eyeballs?
Oh yeah,
he
he goes like that.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's really funny.
Like those are such little details that I would have never thought of, and it's like Tim Burton's just like, yeah, that's just whatever.
So then we get Lydia going into the attic to basically like, hey, Adam, Barb, I'm gonna die so I can stay with you guys forever. But then BeetleJuice decides to play charades with her, and he's like, guess my name. Look behind you, and there's a fucking beetle.
It's like
giant
like,
beetle.
Beetle.
Yep. And then orange breakfast. Orange breakfast. And it's like, girl, it's juice. If it's not orange or breakfast, what the fuck is It's juice.
Okay, but who the fuck drinks orange juice in the mornings?
I do.
That shit is acidic as fuck. It doesn't feel weird.
I mean, it's been a while since I've had OJ in the morning.
Yeah, I guess our mornings are different.
Our mornings are,
we're vampires.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's just like I've always found it weird. I see it in movies because I'm like, it's so
I also
acidic.
don't tend to just drink it right after I'm done with my teeth. If I am awake from sleeping at night in the morning, which is very
rare,
maybe like Saturday, Sunday, but no.
Yeah, no. I always found it strange. But this is another question I asked you before. In this movie we don't have the BeetleJuice.
No, I don't.
That has to be from the
told me
show,
that,
right?
I'm like, I think it might be, because I think when we watched it, I put on the DVD, and this DVD has 4 episodes from the cartoon show.
Oh, okay.
And I put them on because I've never seen the cartoon show.
Yeah, that has to be, because I was like waiting for it. And I'm like, oh wait, what the fuck? So it has to be.
It was apparently very popular, but it's a cartoon show I never got around to. I don't know if it was just not playing when I was watching cartoons. Like,
And
it
if
was already canceled.
It's just I feel like the 90s had so many crazy shows that
I know.
the variety of it. So it's like because I never
I feel like every live action movie ended up with a cartoon show afterwards.
I'm trying to think.
Because even Godzilla had the 2000s Godzilla.
Yeah,
had one,
that's true.
which I loved. I know, hot take.
Honestly, I appreciate it.
Yes. So she
says the name,
She says the name.
and now Beetlejuice is back to our world.
Yes, because Barbara and Adam stop her first from doing the third one.
Oh yeah.
And they assure her like, hey, you guys, we decided that you guys can stay, and also don't, commit murder or, suicide, and you can live here.
Yeah.
But the parents, on the other hand, are having they're having Max and the Sarah lady over because they love that whole dead people stuff. And they start doing a ritual because Barbara and Adam don't want to come down and show them to everyone.
Yeah.
Which also summons them with the book because they need, but the only way to summon them is that they need one of their items. And then Delia had kept their wedding dress and
oh yeah, that's true.
That's how they're summoned.
So they do like this crazy there's a movie that kind of does something similar to this, but like I love that she kind of like inflates the suit and looks so cool.
And they disappear from each other upstairs into the suit. The miniature at this point is now downstairs too because Charles's thing is to try to sell the town to Max.
Oh yeah.
But Max isn't there for that. Max is there for the ghost.
Hell yeah.
But this is when they're kind of also killing them. Like they're sending them, I guess, because
now they're like their bodies are being decomposing.
And I think the reason we got to see the other door earlier with the exorcised souls, I think that's what happens.
Oh, so if you summon them back, you
will
would just end up. Oh, okay.
I think that's what it is. And obviously, Lydia wants to save them, so she ends up summoning her. Now, man, I guess because that was the deal. And he's in his iconic tux with the black and white.
Yep.
He comes
This is
out,
the scene. Don't miss it.
Yeah. He comes out like in a circus out, like with the fucking
Curso. And then like his hands are like wrapped. It's like wrapped around. And he like
it turns them into hammers, and Sarah and Max are like super like, oh my god, this is
amazing.
Cool.
They don't even notice that there's like the thing that you hit with the bell on top.
The hammer bell. I think he killed them.
Oh, the motherfucker's dead as hell. I'm surprised they didn't splat on the ceiling.
Because he hits them and they just go flying. We don't see them ever again.
They're fucking
We
dead.
just don't see them ever again.
They went straight to heaven.
Yeah. But this scene is so cool because this scene is BeetleJuice like getting rid of them. He gets rid of Barb and Adam because they kind of just plummet to the floor. And then he's like, they're gone. Wedding time.
Yep. And this is where he's just like, she doesn't want to get married to him, and he like shuts her mouth, and because she's trying to say BeetleJuice.
Yeah, but he also switches his outfit, his tuxedo to a red one. Yep. So the black and white one gone.
That's it. You missed it.
Yeah. Lydia's in her iconic red wedding dress.
But she looks awesome.
Yep. We get the sculpture. Delia sculptures come to life here, and
they need a witness.
They need witnesses, which is her parents.
Yep.
And he kind of attacked like
captures
captures them with the sculptures, and then this little alien, kind of cute little thing, comes out from the fucking chimney.
I want to pop. I want to pop from him.
I know
he's actually really adorable.
Mm-hmm. And as Lydia and Adam come back, they're trying to stop the wedding. Everyone's trying to say BeetleJuice, and he keeps stopping everyone, which is really funny. He sends Adam into the miniature, and then Adam gets into the little car and like runs his foot over.
Was it Barbara zips her mouth shut
because she gets it twice.
And then she opens it, says it again, and he like bolts her fucking mouth shut, and then she can't do it anymore.
I don't know. I've always loved, and this is a weird thing from me. I've always loved her delivery of coming up with, and like, because she gets up from the table as a decrepit person. Now she's normal, and she comes out with her wedding dress looking like a bad man. Go BeetleJuice, and like, I've always loved that delivery.
Yeah, she got sass on that.
Yeah, and then he does the zipper, and she goes, BeetleJuice. He's like, I love his reaction. God damn it,
he just sells it so hard, man.
But he sends her ass off into the sand.
The desert thing.
But I forget that his this third act and his demise is super quick.
It's like done. It's like done and done. This is where he shuts Lydia up and then starts talking in like her voice, and she's like, "I love him with all my life, and I want to be." He does
a really good job. At
that
too.
Like damn, okay.
But then Barbara saves the day because somehow she got.
She domesticated
she got control over the sandworm, and she comes out from the roof and just takes BeetleJuice with it,
and that's it for BeetleJuice.
That's it for BeetleJuice, and then we cut to I don't know how much time, they don't give us time.
Nope. But we see Lydia coming from school, all girls school, goes back home, and then we see that she's not introducing to her parents. She's introduced to Alex. Oh, not Alex. Fucking Adam.
Let's be real. Her parents kind of like, oh, we have a kid. Oh, I forgot, because honestly, Adam and Barbara adopted her.
That's what it felt like, because they didn't even realize she was home.
No, they realize she's home when the music starts, because
then he goes, oh, she got an A on her math test, I guess.
Like, they don't care, because if you think about it, Barbara and Adam are like, we've been studying, or we've been doing it. So it's like they kind of ended up having a kid.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that.
What they wanted, or what they couldn't have, they ended up having it, I guess, in a way with Lydia. Yeah. Even in the afterlife, and because their deal was, if you get an A in math, then I guess Adam will he'll start controlling stuff in the house and get it. I don't. The deal seemed crazy.
Yeah, a little bit.
He will let her float and sing up in the ceiling.
Yeah, I thought at first that she died, and then she's like, that's why the parents weren't like, oh, we don't have her anymore. But they know that they're safe with them.
Yeah, I thought that too, but I'm like, she came from outside,
from school, and she got a grade and everything. So she's
not dead. But I guess if you don't see that small scene of her coming home from school, and it's just that, you would think she died.
I wonder if that was added because of that.
To make it seem like she didn't die.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, but this is pretty much it because then we get her dancing, floating in the sky, like in the in the house. They're all dancing, and then the movie ends.
Yeah, the movie ends, which is sad.
Yeah, but
I've always wanted more of this.
Yeah, this I really would love it to come back, but it needs to be high budget. Make it everything.
I forgot we do see Beetlejuice one more time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Back in his black and white suit, where he's in the waiting room and he's number 9 million and something, and then they're only at number 3.
Yeah, he's like, fuck.
Yep. Which the lady cut in half. Apparently, her legs are the director's wife's legs.
That's awesome.
That
She got nice legs.
That he's caressing.
I mean,
My God, I love her.
Okay. And then, so he's sitting down next to the guy with the small head and like this other guy, and he sees that the guy next to him has number 4, so he's next. So he distracts him and takes his number and throws his. Which honestly, the number 4 was like this big, and then the 9 million was like this long. It's like he would have noticed either way.
And then he doesn't even do a good job because he's like, "Oh, that's Elvis." Grabs it, is looking at it, and then he's like, "Pup, I guess I'm next." And it's like, what?
And then he looks at the guy with the small head. He's like, "How you end up here?" And then the other guy like sprinkles some dust on him, and his head gets small. So it's like, how that's how they happen to the one.
Yeah, and I love that he's like, "This is a good look."
Because he had a photo shoot after this. He needed a photo shoot to get to, and I was like,
so funny.
Wow, that world must be so much fun, Beetlejuice.
I would love to see more of that world. Like, man, they need to do something. Like, hey, Michael Keaton's doing Batman now. Like, he's coming back as Batman if that Ezra Miller movie ever comes back. But I would love to see it. I really would. I would love to see an older Beetlejuice. I honestly would love that he actually they reached his number, so now he gets to do whatever, and then continues that story. And then he's waiting there.
Some crazy roles like, you kind of age when you're here way too long because he's been here for millions of years.
Yeah, like that'd be so funny, and like it would, Winona Ryder grew up, so like you get to see her older now. That would be such a cool idea.
And I mean, Catherine O'Hara's still around too. She could still do the movie.
Yeah, that would be. I honestly would love to see that, and maybe it's the kids going into the world instead of like Beetlejuice going into the real world.
And
that would be cool.
Beetlejuice, and it's like this whole dilemma with him.
Yeah, that would be super sick.
But
please.
For her to have kids, she needs a husband.
That's true.
So it needs to be someone at like
Alec Baldwin level.
Like, in the 80s.
Who do you think?
Hopper.
No. What's his name? Keanu Reeves. Because supposedly they're married because in the movie they did a wedding official, like official wedding,
together,
and they're like, well, technically we never got a divorce, so we're technically married.
Just in the world.
Yeah, they're like they have a really cute relationship with each other.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that was pretty much Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
All right, so daddy of the movie, I think we're pretty fucking clear.
I know, it's Adam. Like I even got the Adam plushie. I was like,
oh. We never mentioned what we noticed about Adam in this movie.
What?
Adam's thick as fuck.
Oh yeah, those pans did good to him.
I was like you mentioned it, and I was like looking. I was like, whoa, he's very thick. Like I didn't even. It was distractingly thick.
The gay gays.
The gay gays.
But no, when I went to Spare, they had this plushie that had Barbara's, and they had the worm, and I was like, I can't get all of them right now because money.
Yeah,
but if I had to get one, and I was just there for like 10 minutes, so I was like, which one should I get?
Yeah, literally, he had 2 of them, and he's like.
But I went with Adam. I've always loved this design the most. But yeah, Adam's my daddy of the movie.
Yeah, and during your Spare Halloween, I mean, you should get one.
Sponsor us.
Yeah. Oh, please. Seasonal sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, that's such a cute design, and I was tempted to buying because they have the eyeballs for your hands and the head, and I was like, oh, it'd be kind of funny to do.
Something dress up like that.
Yeah, that'd be super sick. So yeah, daddy of the movie, obviously, Adam gets that one. I was gonna say we don't have a best kill,
but creature design, because we obviously have them, but there's the people in the waiting room that you can kind of go for.
Yeah, I'm trying to think,
and obviously I already said him, but I'll pick another one. So
yeah, he's such a creative. Honestly, I'm gonna say the worm is definitely, I think, my favorite.
Yeah.
Because it's so crazy. It's not something that you can just think of.
Yeah.
And it's honestly so iconic. Like, it's like you see the stripes, you see even the face.
I like that it has a personality.
Yeah,
it's
and
not
that's
just like a regular worm.
Yeah.
It's a fucking worm with black and white stripes and some blue.
Yep.
It has 2 mouths.
Like, it's so weird. It's so
I love it.
Yeah, and a lot of work went into it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the stop motion is incredible.
Yep.
It's so fucking smooth.
Mm-hmm.
So I always have to admire that because that must take so much work.
I will say, I know I said pick one, but honestly, like I love the guy with the small head.
Yeah, he's cool.
I've always loved it. It's so funny to me.
And everyone always talks about he's iconic. He's an iconic character too.
And the BeetleJuice snake.
Yeah,
it's creepy. It's dark, but I love it because it's also really funny that it's Beetlejuice's head.
Yeah, it's so sick. I love the eyeballs and like it looks like a cartoon.
I would love to have like a actual. I know Spirit Halloween has one coming for it. Yeah, where you hang it. You can hang it on the ceiling.
So cool.
But yeah, those creature designs to me are top tier. At least those 3. I love Barbara's too.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know how I would feel with eyes in my mouth.
Mouth or hands?
That's true. But how would you eat?
You can. No. I mean, her mouth is big, so you probably have space to like shove it maybe on top of your eyes.
But also, they don't have to stay in those designs for long.
Yeah,
they go back to normal, and then they can redo it. Those are their haunting designs.
You know what's another one I like? Barbara in the closet, with the eyes poking out.
That's really good.
That's
too.
a good one. You know, it reminded me of Freddy when he takes off his face.
Oh, he does that in the first one. I wonder if that's
a nod.
A nod
I mean, the Evil Dead one, like I think that's Evil Dead. That could be a Freddy. Who knows?
But yeah. My God, we didn't do reviews.
Oh, reviews.
We've been so.
Oh my God, we literally so we filmed 2 episodes today.
We did. Which one won't come out for a few weeks because I will be gone.
Yeah, Carla's gonna be gone. I'll be here by myself
with my dogs.
Yeah, that's true.
Not by yourself.
I know.
They live here too.
But let me see. So, like every movie, we do a positive and a negative review.
Yes.
I'll see what we do. I'm actually really curious for the negative one.
Yeah, same, because people don't have taste.
It's true though. This has a 3.8. How the fuck you have a 3.8 on this?
Know.
Let me rate it right now. Oh, actually, how many stars do you rate it?
Oh, this is a 5 out of 5 for me. This is a movie from my childhood that it's so nostalgic, and I get it. It has some stuff that is like, but I love it. I can put it on at any time if I wanted to and just enjoy it. Like, it's so good.
Such a classic movie. I feel like it's a movie that everyone needs to watch. Like, I'm kind of upset that I just watched it. Like,
honestly, okay, I found one real quick.
Okay.
Such a creative, fun, and this is a 5-star. Such a creative, fun, and beautiful movie with an absolute charming cast. Tim Burton at his peak.
Yeah, it definitely. Like, this is like something that you give that man full creative control and that man will blow your mind.
Yep.
It is incredible.
Let's see, for 1 star. Okay, I'll just read the first one I see. Like this movie because of nostalgia, but do I actually like it? Kind of irritates me.
Really?
You, sir, you don't give a movie a 1 star and a heart. Go somewhere else.
Jesus. What the fuck? Like, there's no reasoning either. Like, he can't explain it. Like, he's not like gives us some idea of why he doesn't like it.
Great. A lot of work went into this movie.
Fuck. So my 5 star, it says, this felt like a fucking fever dream, and I love every damn second.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, I imagine this high as fuck.
I might go see the Batman after we're done recording.
I want to watch it because I don't know if I've seen all of it. I don't know. I think I've seen scenes of it.
That one I remember very clearly.
I know that movie has that weird like dance scene with the Joker.
No. This isn't the Joker one.
Oh, is this the one with the penguin?
The one is the penguin and Catwoman. That's why that one's really weird.
Gotcha. Okay. So my 1 star is, how can anyone consider this anything than other shite?
Shite? Did they mean shit?
Well, maybe. Shite, I think they say it somewhere else. So it's like, no. Oh my God, wait. There's not actually another 1 star that I just read the first line and it kind of intrigued me. God, I bet the main characters are Republicans. They are all so annoying. Why do they care about their earthly possessions so much that they are ghosts. Maybe they feel like they're being colonized. If I were them, I would have fun watching the people live in my house. Then Beetlejuice is the worst. Then SpongeBob. The mom in the movie who is really annoying is low-key a MILF. Is Beetlejuice a pedophile? What is happening?
No. Yes.
There's so many things that happen.
They died young. They didn't get to live their staycation. That's why they're mad.
I'm mad as fuck. I died during my vacation. Fuck that.
Second of all, Catherine O'Hara, yes, beautiful. Beetlejuice being a
She's
pet,
so fucking
yes.
beautiful.
Low key, yes.
Yeah, they're questionable. Like,
because he tries to marry Lydia.
oh yeah,
Like we get it. But
he's
it's
not a
fun.
good guy.
No, he's not supposed to be a good guy. He's
not at
evil.
all. He's just funny.
Yeah.
But wow, there you go.
That was Beetlejuice. I hope y'all really enjoyed this episode. So I do have a couple, because this month is, I can't believe we haven't done this movie yet month.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. So I chose Beetlejuice. I will give you a list that I haven't written down. It's in my head.
Okay.
Of movies that we could
You
do
pulled out
next,
your phone.
I don't know why. And we could do next week. So
Okay.
I'm going to let you pick.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm ready.
13 Ghosts.
Okay.
Tremors.
Okay.
I had more and I fucking forgot. I'm like,
Wow, what a list.
The Addams Family.
Okay.
Scooby Doo.
Okay.
The live action one, obviously.
With Freddie Prinze Daddy.
Daddy. And I had more in my head, and I should. This is
Well,
why I should write stuff down.
I'm gonna go with 13 Ghosts.
Okay.
Just because
Cool,
I
cool,
know someone wrote us to watch it,
Mm-hmm.
and that movie kind of terrified me for life. And I think that was like the first movie that like actually fucked me up for a while.
It also has like Daddy Matthew
Daddy-
Lillard.
oh.
Like, hello.
That's true. We haven't seen him in a while, so we
Yeah.
might as well see his face.
Yep.
And I know that has the Necronomicon supposedly.
Really?
I think the ghosts from 13 Ghosts like are based in the Necronomicon or some shit like. That's something I read. I don't know. I haven't seen it also since I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Because there's one scene there that I still think about. Like,
I remember the other two now.
oh, what is it?
Insidious and The Conjuring.
Oh, okay. No, definitely. Ooh, Conjuring. I like Conjuring, but definitely I want to watch 13 Ghosts. It's been a while since I've seen that. Conjuring I saw like 2 years ago.
Honestly, yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Also has Buffy from Scary Movie. I forgot her real name.
oh yes.
She's in it. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, that's another good one. But we saw that recently. Like we saw like half of the movie.
What, Scary Movie?
No, Scooby Doo.
Oh, Scooby Doo. I was talking about Buffy from Scary Movie.
Wait, what?
Not Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh my
Buffy,
god.
Cindy's best friend in Scary Movie. Buffy.
Oh, gotcha.
The one from Jack Frost. I forgot her name, and fuck. It's in the tip of my tongue. It's
It's late. It's okay.
It's
It's
whatever.
okay.
But you know what I'm talking about.
13 Ghosts.
I'm running.
But yeah, I'm excited because I definitely want to watch that. I want to see because I've heard it hasn't aged well. Like it's like it's not that great.
Yeah, it's like very 2000s.
Yeah.
Like early 2000s.
Because I know they wore weird glasses to see the fucking
Yeah.
So
And it's a glass house.
we
which I
should
would
wear
not-
glasses for the episode. That'd be so funny.
I would not live in that house, honestly. And it's gonna bother me. I need to know her name right now, so
All
give
right.
me a second.
All right, guys, how you guys doing?
Yeah, you guys are doing so well. Shannon Elizabeth, Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
there you go. So okay, I'm excited. I know. No, that's Scary Movie. Tobias from you haven't seen Arrested Development, so never mind. It's the guy in the wheelchair from Scary Movie 2.
No, he's not in this.
Okay,
movie.
I thought he
No,
was for some reason.
no. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it.
And remember,
BeetleJuice, BeetleJuice, Beetle.